Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We are so excited to talk about Wealth Wednesday and the abundance of creativity in the house. This woman brought a lot of creativity to our homes for many, many years. Cherie Wilson, how are you? So glad that you're here today.
Very blessed to be here with you. I mean, what a team and what an experience.
What
so
a
blessed to
life.
have you.
Yes, what a life you have been. Congratulations. We are celebrating and honoring the 25th anniversary of Walker, Texas Ranger.
That's
It's coming
incredible.
back to Get TV. If you don't remember the show, we have a look. Let's take a peek.
One fight at a time. And now, he's taking over Get TV.
So you better take this serious.
Chuck Norris is Walker, Texas Ranger.
If you get in my way, I'm gonna run right over you.
Your favorite lawman is back.
It's that damn Ranger again. Texas Ranger.
Weekdays starting this June at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on Get TV.
What an epic show that was.
Epic is the right word for it. I mean, talk about the greatest job in the history of life. I never knew what I was going to do any day. I mean, it's a full action show because it is Chuck Norris. But it also had a very spiritual tone to it as well. And we were a family, a real close-knit family. And I think that's the success of the show. And that's why 25 years later, even though it seems like yesterday, I can't believe it's been 25
It was
years.
yesterday. It was yesterday.
I think so. But I mean, one day I'd be landing a 747. The next day I'd be being chased by a bear. I'd be rappelling down a cliff, whitewater rafting. Oh, and I was the DA, so I would go to the office too.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And so often just in the arms of Chuck Norris himself. What was your experience like working with him?
He is an angel. As tough and rough and tough as he is exactly who you think he is. He is a great family man. He's very spiritual. He is the world karate champion for 8 years in a row, fighting at Madison Square Garden. And he's a proud American. And he really is. He cares about this country. He has a foundation of kicking drugs out of America, teaching inner city kids to belong to karate and not a gang.
Wow. But I think that your character and the show in general, I mean, it was good and a bad thing because it made like all of us want to have these action-packed, like drama-filled, like, and then you grow up and you're like, wait a second, this isn't really life. Like, it's kind of mundane around here. I didn't make this happen, right?
I don't know. It kind of suited my personality
Right.
because I grew up in Boulder, Colorado. And I had horses, and I was skiing, and I was hiking, I was biking, and I was just living a world of fantasy. My sister and I would go saddle up. They say, be home before dark. I mean, when can you do that now in this day and age? It's kind of sad. But we just made up stories. Oh, the Indians are chasing us. We gotta go. Water horses. Oh, water. I mean, I became an actress from, I think, my childhood.
That's so great.
It is.
So what's it like? I mean, you're the most gorgeous woman. I mean, I can't believe how radiant you are.
Very.
It's incredible. So tell us your secrets. We want to know.
Drink a lot of water.
I've got water instead of coffee today.
Drink a lot of water. I start my day with 2 full glasses of lemon water before anything, before I even think about a cup of coffee or anything else. And I just ate right. You just eat right. I like real food. I don't like sugar. I'm not a dessert person. And, you know, my mother, we grew up fishing and with camping. And so my dad would smoke some trout. So if we wanted a snack, she would say, here's an orange, or go get a piece of, go have a trout. That was my snacks growing up. So I had really good role models. Thank you, Mom and Dad. You're so sweet.
We know it's not easy to maintain a good work-life balance in Hollywood. We watched you for years on Dallas and being a part of daytime television ourselves. I'm finding it increasingly hard to maintain that balance for myself. How do you do that?
You know, it's really, for me, I had such a strong sense of self and family. And I always wanted a family. I know I wanted to raise my children. I wanted to work full time. So I had my son Luke on the set of Dallas. I'm not on the set,
And
but
you have a work family as well. Like, look at that. Family of daytime television is a family.
It's Dallas.
Dallas.
Yes.
Your life
Dallas
does
has had
look
its
like a fantasy.
40-year anniversary.
That's incredible.
year.
Amazing.
So I've been on 2 iconic very classic shows. Speaking of my charmed life, and no, it's been tremendous. You do spend 12 hours a day with you. Typically, you sometimes spend more time with them than you do your own family, and it's nice to love the ones you work with.
Yes.
And I get to.
And you've got a new project right now, Driving Miss Daisy. Tell us about it.
I was going to segue into that because I get to work with Clarence Gilliard, my co-star from Walker, Texas Ranger, and Clarence came and asked me. He left the world of television, and he was getting his master's while we were doing the program. And he's now the professor at UNLV teaching acting and theater. So Clarence came to me one afternoon and he said, "Cherie, I've got something for you." I said, "Yes." He goes, "How about doing a tour of Driving Miss Daisy with me?" I was like, "What?"
Yes!
He had been doing it with the Neil Simon Festival, Richard Bugg, and they had been doing it in the at the festival every summer. And they decided, well, let's see if we could take this out on a national tour. And they called New York, and we got our booking agent, and Roger Neil helped us get everything organized. And we went into rehearsal. We were having so much fun. I know Goldie Hawn said you're the ingenue, then you're the district attorney, which I was on Walker, and then you're Driving Miss Daisy. So I kind of done it all.
Yes.
So what does that look like? How can we watch that?
Well, you can go to simonfest.org. We are hitting different cities all over the country. We've been in we'll go out for North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and Tampa, and then come home. And then we'll go to Michigan and Wisconsin and come home. We're going to go, we just did 5 days in Dallas, and it was so much fun. It was like old home week. The place was packed, and everybody, all my crews and everybody was there. It was so rewarding.
It's just incredible to me when I think about your career and having seen you in so many different places, Dallas and Walker, Texas Ranger, and now Driving Miss Daisy. What would you say is the secret, or been the secret of your success? It sounds like having fun is maybe part of it. But
well, I always have fun, but it's hard work, and I'm not afraid of hard work. And it's a commitment to, get up and be present and do your best every day. And when you love what you do, it's so easy to show up and shine and let other people shine. And just, it's a beautiful exchange, or it has been for me.
Was it always that easy for you?
I know I've had a really charmed career. But no, I went to New York. My dream was to be an actor. My parents thought acting was, what? That's not a career. I was a pretty good student, so I had to go to college, and then the minute I graduated, I catapulted to New York, and I used modeling at that time as a springboard to get me there, and then I started studying theater, and I spent 3.5 years in New York studying and honing my craft and doing commercials.
What was your first commercial, the first acting job you got?
The very first acting job. Now I'm going to forget which commercial it was. Oh, this is terrible. I shot 18.
Well, no wonder you can't remember.
I shot 30 commercials in 18 months.
Wow.
That's a great hit right there.
I dare say that is overnight success.
Right?
Well, I pinch myself sometimes, and I say my prayers of gratitude, and that's you asked me how I start my day. Before I get out of bed, my meditation is I go through my gratitude list, and it starts my day off perfect every day.
Smart woman, gotta say. You're definitely shining the light. So we're going to be watching you.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to live vicariously through you.
Well, it's been fun. It's been a great adventure, and it's not over yet.
Right.
No, we're
Thank you so
excited
much.
to watch Walker, Texas Ranger on Get TV, and of course, I cannot wait to see you in Driving Miss Daisy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land. Stay tuned.